This may be an unpopular opinion, but as far as I'm concerned, Shannon was a straight G by the end of this episode. Okay. Like once she gathered herself together, I was so proud of her, y'all. But we'll definitely talk again into that. What is going on? It's your girl Taida B here. Welcome to my chat party. I'm so glad that you guys could join me for my thoughts and my opinions on the Real Housewives of Orange County, season 18, episode 10. I will say that I'm paying attention to that guest list, y'all. Like my party list with the guests is growing. I don't care if it's only growing inch by inch, week by week. Listen, I'm grateful for it all. So I just want to thank you guys so much. When I tell y'all, shout out to you guys for hitting that subscribe button, for taking, time out of your day to just stop by and hear what I have to say, stopping by the party to chill for a little bit, for a lot of bit, the whole time, a little bit of time, coming early, coming fashionably late. Like I appreciate y'all so much more than you know. You guys are the real VIPs, like for real, for real. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But we can definitely go and get into this party, okay? Like the music is on, it's lit, let's go. So we start off where we left off with Shannon and Heather pretty much, and just kind of Shannon being distraught, over everything that had transpired, from that day, with just John not wanting to settle and all of that. And I love how empathetic and concerned Heather was, especially to encourage Shannon, like, look, girl, go ahead, go get that face beat, get dressed, come out to dinner anyhow. Like, in other words, don't let this affect your night. And I love people who can kind of be on that type of time, because I think that's how life should be. And you guys know that 9 times out of 10, when you do push yourself to go out and get out and, you know what I'm saying, be around good energy, that does boost and lift your spirits rather than just kind of staying behind and being under the pillows and sulking and being in your thoughts more. So I'm glad that Shannon took her advice and did that, right? Sidebar, while Shannon was getting her hair and makeup done, the hairstylist was like, I never liked John Jansen. Sorry. And I was like, girl, honey, you do not have to be sorry because we don't like his either. Okay. You just beat me to the chase because you ended up not liking him from the beginning. I tried to give the sucker a chance. But, anyways, fast forward to Emily and Alexis meeting before dinner. Guys, this scene definitely irritated me, but Emily shares how broken Shannon was when she heard about, the video. And immediately you have Alexis on some Shannon's side is not the only side, of the story. And well, girl, how about this? How about you even drop us a line from what Shannon's side of the story possibly even could be? Because you haven't even taken the time to find out. How about that? Right. And so I think not, because in your world, John's side of the story is the only side that matters. Like you could care less about Shannon's side. It shows, you've told us so, you've shown us so from day one. And it's like you won't let up. You keep saying that you want to make peace, and we'll get into that. But it's like, girl, you don't. You don't, because the proof is in the pudding and it's showing otherwise. But anyways, I can't wait till the tables turn on this lady, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So I wish Tamara too, because then we kind of pan to Tamara, having drinks and stuff with Shannon and the other ladies before dinner gets underway. I wish she would stop studying Shannon and her drinks, because at the end of the day, Tamara, you act like you're so concerned. You're not. You're just there to be judgmental and count up how many drinks Shannon does have, or the fact that Shannon's even having a drink, so that you can use it against her on Mad Day, like you always do, right? You always, have these moments in time, because we know it's coming, where you'll make good with Shannon. And then once, she pisses you off, it's over. Like the gates of hell fling open and you be on one. So you're just saving it to that. We'll hear about this again, about how, Shannon just has a drinking problem and she's a drunken and alcoholic and all that stuff. So anyways, back to the scene with Emily and Alexis. And Emily tells Alexis things, are getting salacious and mean and dirty, to which Alexis responds, they haven't been mean to her or they would have leaked the videos already. Emily goes on to say, but you've been talking about it. And I'm like, exactly. So at this point, I would have preferred you to freaking go ahead and leak it if you're just going to keep running your mouth about it. Right. And so Alexis is on some, well, I can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. What do you want me to do? First of all, first of all, you shouldn't even have the desire to put the toothpaste back in the tube because it's not even your toothpaste in the first place. It's Shannon and John's to begin with. Okay, let's start there. Second of all, what do we want you to do? Did you really ask that question? What did you like? What do we want you to do? What do you want me to do? Okay, pick me, please, guys. Pick me, please. Tag me on the dance floor, right? Let me go ahead and get in the circle. You know how they be having the circle and then somebody gets in the middle and does their thing? Let me tell you what we want you to do. That's easy. How about doing a disappearing act and never coming back? How about acting like a true Christian ought to act and have some compassion for your fellow man? How about growing a brain and mustering up some common sense to know what he's done to her, he'll easily do to you? How about honor girl code and hear what this hurting woman has to say? How about not be so thirsty up under this man and allowing him to be a man who handles his business so you can mind yours? How about not being a pick me? How about that? How about those things? Do you want me to present more options for you? Because I can go on. Okay? When I tell y'all I'm so sick of Alexis, I don't want to see her face again. Oh my God. Like, I think in Housewives history, of all the Housewives, and I even reviewed Jersey, but when I tell y'all I'm so serious when I say I don't want to see Alexis again, like out of everyone, I just don't. And I understand some might feel like there's worse than her that we've seen. I don't want to see this lady, y'all, though. Like, I'm so over her and her antics, right? So she tells Emily she's been effed over in this really bad too. And I'm like, how, girl? How so? Because even for the, I guess, examples she gave afterwards, none of them had anything to do with her. Not once did she mention herself. So I'm like, okay, girl, whatever. Go sit in the corner somewhere. That convo was pointless because Alexis is now the victim in her mind. And Emily said it best in her confessional that this lady is on the John Jensen train and can't seem to get off. And she can't. And she's going to stay on it until, again, he kicks her off of his train. I'm glad that she stayed behind and didn't participate in the dinner because at that point, like I always am, I was too through anyway. So I'm like, thank you for doing us all a favor. Ooh, 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 ooh. But can we roll out the footage, right? Let's roll back that footage because y'all, I played it like 5 times where John is telling Tamara and Eddie he planned to marry Shannon and never love somebody like he loved her. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Pretty much the same things I'm sure he's telling Alexis now, but she thinks she's the only one. So I'm like, did you hear that, Alexis? Did you see that, girl? Did you run that back a few times to make sure you heard your man correctly? Your Johnny boy the right way? Okay? Now put that in your pipe and puff on it. Okay, girl? But let me guess, he probably loves you more, right? I need this lady to get a clue, like on so many levels. But anywho, so Shannon says, looking back, she feels stupid. And Shannon, you have nothing to feel stupid about. As the saying goes, learn the lesson, forget the mistake, you know? Maybe actually, though, you'll feel even better when you can give back to the community by consoling Alexis when her and Johnny Boy come to an end. Okay? There's always ways to give back. It really is. So don't even worry your little heart at this time about it, right? So Tamara says at dinner that Alexis and Shannon should talk. Shannon says, I don't want to talk to her and shouldn't. Like, who even in their right mind would say that? Like, some of these things the lady started to say later on in the episode, I'm like, are you guys on something? Like, what is really the deal? Apparently, Tamara's switching up like she always does when it comes to her friends because Shannon was like, you just told me before that you would feel the same way that I did. Now it's like you're on some other stuff. But Shannon, you answered your own thoughts when you said you don't know why Alexis and Tamara are so close all of a sudden, and you guys know how they kind of played back footage to when Tamara and Alexis would stay getting into it. And I said, because Tamara has an agenda, and you said it. It's you. Okay? Stay away from Tasmanian Tamara. That's your best bet. This is crazy because in this nut, Tamara says in her confessional, Alexis has emotionally gone through a lot. And I'm like, again, I ask, a lot like what? What has she been through? As they say, I'll name them. I mean, I'll wait, name them. Name them. Name them. Name them. Name them. Shout out to our girl Sutton in Beverly Hills. I mean, let me know because I'm still lost. Okay, I'm still lost. Just like you said, Shannon inflicted her issues on herself, which I don't agree with you. How about Alexis inflicted this on herself because she should have walked away from all of this and would have been smart if she did? Tamara, you full of crap. So, anyways, Shannon disclosed sidebar. I can't remember who she walked off with, but she got it from the table because Tamara was pissing her off and she said she was going to the bathroom. How John used to be on that same type of BS with her before they filmed, pretty much the love bombing of it all, like he is with Alexis right now. And obviously, we just had evidence when I mentioned and when they rolled the footage of John being on some, he's never loved a woman like Shannon before. That's what these men get out here and do, y'all. When I tell you, I'm so glad I don't have to be in this dating world because I hear these streets are real ashy. Now, to those of you who are still looking for love, do not give up. I still believe that your man, that your woman, that your person is under a rock somewhere. They're hiding too from the craziness, but they're going to come out and then y'all are going to meet. But other than that, I'm like, these people are on some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's more that I could talk about. I don't know if you guys even watch Basketball Wives, but Jen and the man that she's about to marry. Okay, I won't get into that, but the way these men be setting like the situation up for the play and then going for the kill of it all, like, oh my gosh, like not good. But okay, and yeah. So, anyways, y'all know I love when Shannon said I'll never be in the room with her again. Well, then we had a little record scratch moment because she was like, I have to be in a room with her tomorrow. But after that, I'm out. I said, go Shannon. I know that's right because I would be too. There's nothing left to say. Shout out to Mint Condition. And so I appreciated Shannon making the request to the ladies when she got back to the table to stop talking about John and Alexis and kind of shift the mood to something else. Child, I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for that probably right around the third episode of this season. But I'm going to fast forward past Heather and Alexis scene because I don't really care about nothing Alexis had to say. She was just on repeat per usual and just talking to herself talk. She already mentioned wanting to be more forward or moving forward positively a few times, but has been acting a fool ever since. Y'all let me know when she's really putting an effort to move forward. Please let me know. Other than saying it out of her mouth, what has she done? And maybe later on in this episode, which was absolutely hilarious. But prior to this episode, what has she done to show that she really wants to move forward? Nothing. Katie and Jen are talking, and Katie shares she wants to revisit the paparazzi situation with Heather. And I'm like, girl, why? Not a good idea. Like, you already tried. Heather shut you down. That means she wasn't interested then. And I'm pretty certain she's not going to be interested now. And she shows us later on the latter, that she's not interested now either, but we'll get to that briefly. And so I'm just like, let it be. Who cares if she thinks you're a horrible person? Show her you're not in other ways, right? But not by revisiting this. And she pretty much wants to out Gina, and just let her know, or let Heather know that, Gina's been behind the scenes stirring up the mess. And Jen then confirms what I said in her confessional. She's like, girl, just let it go. And I'm like, yes. Somebody get on the dance floor and make this make sense to me again, because this is the recurring theme of this episode. So while the ladies are making biscuits with Alexis, why do they find the need or feel the need to say that they have to find ways to support both Alexis and Shannon? Like, are you guys in? Okay, support Alexis how? Supporting Shannon is very clear to me, right? She's the one being dragged. She's the one being sued. She's the one he won't let up off on and move on with his life. She's the one who has to now sit in the face of this woman that he's seeing, her arch nemesis of a man. She has to now be in this lady's space and filming with this lady. And, then of course, hear this lady talk about somebody she was once with, and the list goes on, right? The list goes on. Somebody just give me one situation, one reason why Alexis needs to be supported, other than supported to be encouraged, like, girl, get your life together and move on from this man. Help me, please, y'all. Like, I'm so for real. Please, somebody, just leave one comment for me. Just one comment this week. I ain't been getting no comments. Get on the dance floor and please leave this one. Help me. I promise you I will be open if it makes sense. Because I really just don't get it, right? For the millionth time, I asked support Alexis from what? Sidebar. Let's just say, though, I would have rather been making and eating those biscuits over what the other ladies were doing, like smelling like leaves on trees and their face down in the grass, like it's a nod for me on that. So Katie finally brings up the paparazzi situation to Heather and gets shut down as she should. No offense, Katie, because again, I like you. Because, like Heather said, we're going backwards, and by bringing this up again. And to Katie's slight defense, others have confirmed, we know from seasons past, that Heather does have a condescending tone, and obviously, we see how she can dominate a conversation. But still, Katie, you should have kept it, mom. Like there's nothing else to discuss at this point. Sometimes you gotta know when to let the sleeping dogs lie and just let be a thing, and figure out more healthy ways that you can move forward. I just think it kind of made her look a little crazy for wanting to bring that up, and almost like kind of desperate in a sense. Like, no, I can even help you figure out something else to have to keep you with the storyline, Katie, than that you just gotta let go, right? And so when Shannon put on that jacket, y'all, oh my God, this is when the G started, right? For me. Now she ended it and she had a mic drop at the end. But this is when her being a G started for me, y'all. When she put on that jacket, right? Because they're preparing now for the fashion show that Heather's hosting, where the monies towards the family equality program will be used to benefit that, right? Everybody's getting dressed in their clothes. And Shannon looks so cute, right? And she's even getting compliments from the ladies around her. And then Alexis came out of nowhere and tried to throw in compliments herself. Y'all, when I tell you I lived when Shannon paid her dust, when Shannon acted like she was a ghost standing there that she could not see, and the other ladies did too, and Alexis had no choice but to walk away. Oh my God. Amazing. Like, that's the kind of stuff I love. Like, instead of getting down and dirty and nasty and throwing insults and going below the belt, that is how you sun somebody. That is how you shut somebody down. That is how you let somebody know you're approaching me for what? Again, I told you we ain't got nothing left to say. I said, let's go, Shannon. I repeated that quite a few times, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I can't stand when people like Alexis do that, though, because it's like you've been playing dirty this whole time, acting silly, acting a fool, and now all of a sudden you want to make nice, like you just want to switch it like a light switch, like just it doesn't work like that. Now you want me to dance to the beat of your drum, girl? Absolutely not. You let me know what it is a couple of times. So okay, bye. You're a day late, $1 short. I loved it, y'all. I can't. Oh my God. I might go back and watch that part again. Okay. So, Alexis, do me a favor. Just don't say anything to Shannon ever again in life. Okay. That would be your best bet. So, Tamara goes spilling the tea to Heather that Gina's been moving funny again behind the scenes with the whole Katie situation. Apparently, Gina told Katie she keeps Heather close for her real estate connections and rich friends. And I was like, at first, till we got to the end, and even so, I don't know if I still believe Gina, but I'm like, isn't that kind of on par for Gina? Like, I could see Gina saying something like that, but we'll get to that, right? Seems Heather's fashion show was a hit for her family. For her and for the Family Equality Project, or charity that she had been working for. And so we have the chatter about Katie and Gina, that's brewing. Why did Emily then ask Shannon to chat with Alexis? And the bomb, how Shannon shut her all the way down with a hard no before Emily could even get her ask out good. But here is the mic drop moment for me, guys. This was the second G moment of the night. That sealed the deal for me. Yo, when Shannon hugged all the ladies, right? Because now she's getting ready to head out. She has a flight to catch to Houston. I think she's going to meet Vicky for something or another, right? She hugs all the ladies, not Alexis, of course, but bends down in Alexis's face and said, I heard you wanted to talk to me. Y'all, when I tell you, I just knew Shannon was kind of going to be on some, I knew you wanted to talk to me, but, now's not a good time. Ooh, Shannon said, oh, no, Taina girl, you're wrong. Lies. Because no, Shannon was like, I just want you to know I'm not interested. And the way sis turned and walked away like a boss, I said, come on, shit. You better do it. Oh, I repeated that 1,000 times, okay? She didn't even give the lady a chance to say anything. Like Alexis started talking, but Shannon was already en route, like to her destination. Like, girl, I don't even have a moment. Like, I don't have a minute to spare to hear you. I loved it, you guys. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And did y'all even peep before that how Alexis, how Alexis sorry. I'm sorry, guys. It's not nice to be laughing at stuff that's not nice, but when people like you've been so disrespectful to this lady that it's about time that she gives you a little dose of medicine or your own medicine. Did y'all peep how Alexis though thought Shannon was coming to hug her, and Alexis put her hands out to get the hug, and Shannon was like, "Oh no, that's not what we doing." And Alexis had to put her hands down. I was like, "Ooh, the way your face just melted off, girl! I loved it. I loved it. Ooh, oh my gosh, I loved it. She got absolutely nothing right. How's this saying go? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. All this time you acted terribly, and now you want me to cower into your arms? Like, girl, be for real. Like, why would I do that? Why would I do this? So you can bite me like the snake that you are? Like, you've already shown how calculated you are. Like, girl, we're good off of you. And sidebar, why did Katie's eyes get wide when Alexis repeated what Shannon said? Like when, she let the ladies know how Shannon was like, I'm not interested in talking. Are we confused, Katie? Like, you act like you don't know what's been transpiring. Like, don't do that. I don't like people, kind of playing both sides of the fence low key. Like, what type of time Alexis been on. It hasn't been good. You even encouraged Emily last episode to have the talk with Alexis about the way the Alexis has been moving. So fix your face. Fix your face. This wasn't the time for that. I didn't care for that at all. Fast forward to the lunch. And I'm gonna wrap it up, y'all. After the bike ride, because I really wasn't too moved. Really didn't care about what happened in this scene. We know that Katie tries to bring up the paparazzi situation. Immediately, Gina goes off and is on the defensive end. And initially, my thought was, okay, well, you're confirming again that you are lying yourself, Gina. Like Katie said, because you're just doing too much, right? Emily chimes in. Oh, well, I've never heard Gina say such a thing about using Heather for her connections and all this other stuff like that. So when Emily said that, I kind of was like, well, that's something to think about, right? Because Emily and Gina are really close, but at the same time, you could be a close friend just covering up for your friend to help her out because like Emily said, Gina had a rough morning with everything else that she's had going on. And I kind of felt like that was a moment of deflection because then she gets emotional about all this stuff. I'm like, girl, okay, we'll talk about that later. What's the tea with this situation though? Like, I felt like it was an easy out for it to now become about her and what she has going on. And I don't really care about what she has going on, y'all. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be for real because I felt like, if I'm not mistaken, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't she let Travis go? And for what kind of legitimate reason? Like, yeah, and you're concerned about his feeling. Like, I don't know. I'm just not moved by that whole Travis Gina storyline type thing. If anything, I feel sorry for Travis. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you got this lady playing in your face and playing with your emotions, but um, I mean, what did I really get from that, guys? Nothing. I'm just like, do we really care? I don't know. You guys can let me know if you thought anything was said that was so great or whatever the case may be. I'm still, as far as I'm concerned, wrapped up in Shannon being a G. Okay, if I literally could have just gotten on here and talked about those two moments where she paid that lady dust with the compliment, and when she told her I'm not interested in talking to you and didn't give her a hug and walked away, that was the highlight of the show, y'all. I don't know if anybody can change my mind about that. Y'all let me know what you thought. Okay, the music is on. Get in that, or not in, get on that dance floor. Get in those comments. Don't be no prude, y'all. Don't hold up the wall. I done told y'all about this before. Okay, you sitting in your seats dancing. That means you want to say something. Okay, get up off that chair, get on that dance floor, and say what you got to say. Drop your comment and let me know, you guys. I thought this was a great episode. I see Shannon's strength and power coming back, and I love it. That to me is woman's empowerment starting again at its finest. So I can't wait to see the episodes moving forward. I can only hope and pray that Shannon does not backtrack and that from here is up for her. It is totally up. Okay, y'all. So I appreciate y'all so much again. my VIP people for sure. I will be back next week to do it all over again. Share my thoughts. Again, I'm not usually in these streets like that to pay attention to any new updates and what's happening in the current, other than what I shared last week about finding out that, Shannon and John, excuse me, Alexis and John were in fact engaged at this point, and that again was brought to my attention. But if I do come across anything that's good during the week, even before I come back from my review, or maybe I'll hop on for a few minutes and just kind of talk about it. But until then, I hope this video finds you guys well. I hope it kind of put a smile on your face or something or another to make your day a little brighter and a little better. In the meantime, y'all, until we do it again, y'all stay up, stay blessed, and I'm out. Peace.